Hello Heidi.
Hello Mrs. K.
Shall we pick up from last week?
Alright Mrs. K.
In continuation of last week we talked about different concepts that pertain to family problems with at-risk youth. Parenting issues is another area in understanding within family characteristics. Parents have their own values, skills, influences, and temperaments that influence their child for good or bad. Permissiveness and restrictiveness incorporates the constructs of control and power, while hostility and warmth ranges from low to high levels of affection. How can this relate to your family?
Parenting issues in my house is my parents are the hostility and warm kind of affection. My dad is really strict, and when rules are broken he gets mad and sometimes hits me or knocks over chairs. Other times he gets up in my face and yells. My mother is the warm side, so she tries to de-escalate the situation and tries to be the peacekeeper when the situation is over. My mom also tries to calm down my brother because he's always scared when I gets mad.
That is an issue. We also talked coping ability. It is the ability to cope effectively with anxiety, stress, which is another skill that differentiates low-risk to high-risk children and teens. Coping skills influence an individual's response to stress, which affects the way that person deals with conflict. Some young people cope with humor while some focus their minds somewhere else. How can this relate to you?
This can relate to me because I have issues coping in stressful situations. Because of the lack of coping, I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder. My coping skills is to shut down and try to get my mind somewhere else. If the situation is too stressful, I'll shut down and cry a bit. Or if the fighting was between my parents, I would run to my room and listen to music to try and drown them out.
I've come up with some strategies to help you with these concepts. For the parenting issues, my strategy is to have a group session with your parents and some workshops to have everyone voice their opinion so we can come up with more solutions. For the coping ability, you can breathe from your diaphragm in for a count of 10, then back out for a count of 10. Sounds silly, I know. Also, there is a progressive muscle relaxation exercise you can do. Focuses on a person alternating between tensing and relaxing different muscle groups throughout the body. This way, relaxation is viewed like a pendulum. More complete relaxation of your muscles can be obtained by first going to the other extreme. By tensing your muscles and immediately relaxing them, the symptom of muscle tension may become a signal to relax over time. I think those would be more helpful to you in this point in time.
I will try the coping strategies you came up with, and I also will have my parents stay so we can have the group session.
That sounds lovely. I will see you next week with your parents.
See you then, Mrs. K.